By telling you the outcomes of my client, I want you to understand that it doesn't matter how strict is the diet you are following and how disciplined and committed you are to it. If you don't understand that the root causes of an imbalanced metabolism start inside you, you will not be able to achieve real and healthy, long-lasting results. And welcome back to my channel. This is Andy, and if you're new to me, I'm a full-time health coach specialized in what I call integrative fat loss. I'm also a mom of 3 little kids and a wife, so my day-to-day life is pretty crazy. But being a health coach is my life purpose, so I'm truly committed to help you find real and long-lasting solutions to your weight loss struggle. If you saw my previous video, you already know that awareness is the first of the 3 principles of my integrative fat loss system. And today I want to start by telling you about an article I read a few days ago with the following recommendation. If you struggle to lose weight or you're not losing as much weight as you expected, try increasing your calorie intake by a few hundred calories per day, sleeping more, and lifting weights with the goal of getting stronger and gaining more muscle. Now, I have a question for you. Do you actually understand why you should do this? Do you understand the ROI? I mean, the return on the investment you are making by doing things like exercising, sleeping more, and lift a weight? If you're thinking about it right now, try to find a reason why you're being aware. Why? Because you're not just reading and following those instructions. Now you're trying to understand, to find answers, and to make sense of the information that you have received. This allows you to make better decisions. Decisions that will be in harmony with who you are and what makes sense to you. A short comment about the article, the recommendation was great, by the way, because all those things will help you improve your overall health, and that is exactly what you need to lose fat efficiently. Now, awareness as a principle of integrative fat loss is more than that. Being aware means having full attention to everything around you and within you, because your environment affects your body, your mind, and your emotions, and you need to be aware of all 3 of them if you want to maintain a healthy metabolism. Again, why? Because emotions and feelings and thoughts are not just ether. On the contrary, they stimulate chemical reactions in your brain that affects your body and your behavior. How come? Because your thoughts and your emotions affect your mental health, and your mental health has the potential to affect your gut health, and your gut health can affect your entire humanity. Well, that was in simple terms. I gotta clarify that just in case Dr. Mark Hyman sees this video. Well, it's easier to understand all this with an example, and since I love stories, here we go. Last year, I had a client who couldn't lose weight despite all the efforts and the amount of exercise she was doing. Of course, I applied the first principle by giving her the following task. I asked her to make a list of the things she used to see on the way to work that made her happy. The following week, when I checked in with her to know how she was doing, she told me she couldn't find anything at all. All she saw was the homeless man sleeping in the street every morning and the horrible smell of the subway. She also told me she worked downtown, so there were no flowers or anything beautiful to see. Then I asked her, what about near your home? And she said, well, yeah, the building I live in is very nice, but it could really use some painting. To which I added, so there is nothing that makes you feel joy in the morning? And she said, I guess not, with sadness in her eyes. So her next assignment was to create the habit of incorporating 5 minutes of calm in her daily routine for a whole week. She did this by listening guided meditations that made her work with her breath, inducing her to a calm state right before she fell asleep. The results. Day number 8, she texted me 8 a.m. saying, I found something that makes me happy. There is a very old toy store that my mom used to take me when I was a child. I loved it because they had sample toys you could play with. It brought me so many happy memories. Now, think that this person was walking by the store for the last 2 years and she never saw it. But after inducing herself into a state of calm once a day for only 5 minutes, she could be capable to swap from full misery to actually being aware of her surroundings and find one thing that gave her joy. Now, what is the connection with fat loss here? Well, finding that one thing that brought her joy allowed her to start deactivating her alert button, technically called the sympathetic nervous system. By doing that, she was able to lower her chronic high cortisol levels. And why is that important? Because cortisol stimulates your fat and carbohydrate metabolism, creating a surge of energy in your body. While this process is essential for survival situations, it also increases your appetite. Additionally, elevated cortisol levels can cause cravings for sweet, fat, and salty foods. So what my client achieved with that simple exercise I gave her was to activate her calm button, which technically is her parasympathetic nervous system, or also called digestion and relaxation. But not only she started feeling happier, after a few weeks her digestion improved, anxiety eating lowered, and she didn't have extreme cravings for sweet, fatty, and salty foods anymore. Her appetite was regulated and she started to be in charge of her food choices. How amazing is that? By telling you the outcomes of my client, I want you to understand that it doesn't matter how strict is the diet you are following and how disciplined and committed you are to it. If you don't understand that the root causes of an imbalanced metabolism start inside you, you will not be able to achieve real and healthy, long-lasting results. Neither you'll be able to maintain those strict rules you are imposing upon yourself for so long, simply because your biology will push you back to your imbalance to actually keep you safe. Crazy, right? And it's the brain's fault. You have no idea how powerful is your brain, and its power goes beyond simple thoughts. Your brain needs specific nutrition to support your change, and that nutrition starts with calm. And then we can focus on the food that it needs to fight with you and not against you. Isn't it so beautiful how something so simple can have the power to change your life? Before I go, I have a question for you. Have you ever tried to practice meditation? And if you haven't, do you have the idea that it is something very difficult to do? You can answer me below in comments. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. All comments are well received with the respect and love that we all deserve. And if you post any questions, I'll be happy to answer you as soon as I can. And with that, I say goodbye to you for now and until the next video. Bye.